Welcome back, everybody. This is Kesmagustin. In the last part, we went to the underworld, met a very charming man named Draconis, and another very charming man named Lark, and they have propositioned us that in order to regain our soul, we need to help them kill dragons. And to be honest with you, as far as questing goes, killing dragons isn't that bad. So, in this part, we're going to be helping them kill more dragons. And, if we are lucky, and I do everything pretty much flawlessly, I will be able to squeeze in 4, count 'em, 4 quests in this one part. Now, whether or not that actually happens is completely dependent upon how lucky I get with remembering which way to go, because the quest we are going to take, or undertake, that's not a saying that people use. The quest we're going to go on right now is the longest of the 4 that I am planning on going on. So, Lark will give you, hold on, I need to check my map and see where I need to put this thing. Right next to Lumina, we want to put the Skull Lantern. After each quest, Lark will give you a new artifact that will take you to a new place for a new dragon to be murdered viciously. And the last time he gave us the Skull Lantern, which will give us the Norn Peaks. Norn Peaks. Stealth Mountain. But anyway, I think I completed my last thought. That's becoming a serious problem. You don't understand. Well, I'm sure someone does. But when you're just talking and then you get sidetracked, or when it... Let me try to think about what I'm trying to say as Lark thinks about what is about to happen to us. Oh goodness, an ambush! And see, it's happening right now, the Guardian of the Winds. When you're having a conversation to a microphone, and then you all of a sudden just start having a completely different conversation, and you can't remember if you actually finished your first conversation, and more than less likely it's that I haven't, and then to top it off, I can't remember what I was talking about anyway, so it's never going to get finished. And I feel like there are several things that have been left without completion. I should have just completely not ended that sentence for hilarity's sake and left you guys wondering what I was going to say. Anyway, I completely ignored it, but a young lady by the name of Sierra, I don't know if she said her name or if Lark said her name, ambushed us and said that we were being tricked by Draconis, which, I mean, let's be honest, it's pretty friggin' obvious. Dude's name is Draconis. He's having us kill dragons. I mean, really, the implication is there pretty easily. The village of the winds, with all these weird bird-looking people and these weird bird-looking guardians, and the theme music, the overworld music. Several dots, wind colors, dragoons of Aggravator, eh? Aggravator. Actually, that's another sticking point. Sticking point, that's not the phrase I want. The boss, or the dragon that you're going to be fighting in this area is called Aggravator or Aggravator or something, but it's spelled with a K. However, he is a very annoying boss, and I always referred to him as Aggravator because he is aggravating, and I was a kid, and I couldn't think of anything else cleverer than that. So here we are in the actual mountains of the Norn Peaks, and fighting a whole bunch of Shrieknips, and I am not going to enjoy my time. I know that, or I always remember the reversed controls reversed on me. What are I didn't get any experience from that. Oh, I got some. Wow. I always remember the 3 Shrieknips that ambush you as you're first getting up the hills, because it's not... I hate Shrieknips. They're aggravating. This whole entire quest is kind of aggravating. I don't really like it. And while I'm thinking about it, I should probably start switching up my skills a little bit. Double jump, somersault, lunge. Double jump, somersault, and lunge, and we will eventually learn Buzz of Doom! Hopefully, before the end of this quest, although it's not very likely. So here we are, the boss music is playing, even though that guy doesn't look like a that guy doesn't look like a dragon. I was reading Thou Shalt Not Pass, and thinking of the word dragon, and it came out as pagan. These guys rely heavily on magic. They're not too difficult to combo, however, they are kind of difficult to hit with special techniques, so I'll probably avoid using them, because they're not really hard, they don't give any experience, you just have to get them out of the way for something that we haven't come across yet, but I'll show it off, and then I will go murder the other two. These guys are the 3 people that were standing in our way at the base of the mountain. So let's keep going this way, and this is the reason why I'm likely to get lost, because I don't remember the path to get to all 3 of them, and in fact I might actually end up accidentally stumbling across a egg location, and if that's the case I'll be sure to make note of it as the time comes. Hopefully it won't happen though, because like I said, I'm going to try to squeeze in 4 quests, although the more I think about it now, the more likely it is that that is not likely to happen. However, we will definitely be doing at least 3, so there's that. And see, this barrier right here is the reason why you need to kill all of the guardians, and I think I shouldn't have gone this way. I'm fairly certain there's a guardian over here, but it makes more sense to get this guy last, because then you won't have to do as much backtracking. I'm doing this in the least efficient way possible, but I am going to do it. So there's that. But anyway, those that statue, if you touch it before killing the 3 guardians, Buzz of Doom! Yes, if you touch it before killing the 3 guardians, Buzz of Doom. No, if you touch it before killing the 3 guardians, you will get sent back to the base of the mountain, and I don't think that the ones that you killed have respawned. I highly doubt that they would, but it's been so long since I've done that, since I've made that mistake, that I honestly couldn't remember, and I would not recommend it. So this one fights in the exact same way as the first one. As you can see, he's trying desperately to use magic, but you know, you can't play the bongos when your face has got an axe in it, so that's a serious problem. And he's gone, and another spirit floats off into the sky, just like that one song from the insert year here. Speaking of songs, I have had The Statue Got Me High by They Might Be Giants stuck in my head for about 2 hours now, and I still have yet to listen to it. I was about to, but then I figured I haven't recorded anything in a while, and by that I mean I haven't recorded anything since yesterday, and so I should probably get on that. But I'm sure after I'm done with these quests, I will get on that, and I will have a good time. And if you haven't ever heard that song, I would recommend it. It's, I guess, alternative rock. I'm sure anybody who watched Cartoon Network is at least exposed to They Might Be Giants, or seen Malcolm in the Middle, the theme song, They Might Be Giants. But the song Courage the Cowardly Dog, back when Cartoon Network used to have songs that they would play every now and again, they did that song. And it's a weird topic to be talking about. I don't know how many people would actually care about They Might Be Giants as much as I would. And to be honest with you, I don't really care about them that much. I mean, I like their music, I'll listen to it, but I wouldn't put them in the echelon of my favorite bands, like the Foo Fighters or Modest Mouse. Easily my 2 favorite bands of all time. Of all time, and anybody who has a different opinion than me about music automatically sucks at life. And that got really angry really fast. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said those hurtful things. Speaking of which, I just remembered that we got Buzzsaw of Doom. We're not going to show it off yet because that's stupid. But I should probably be switching out my skills to the next thing, and actually the last skill that will require us to have 3 techniques on. Somersault, Moonsault, if I can find them. Somersault, Moonsault, and Backflip will teach us, personally, my favorite special technique, which is, it's called Angelic Lumberjack. And I just want you to take that image, any image that you get in your head of that, and just relish in it. Oh dear, I'm in a bad place. Oh, I guess I wasn't in a bad place. Because it's just, when I first heard that there was a special technique called Angelic Lumberjack, I was like, I gotta learn that. I have to. It sounds like it's awesome. And in my opinion, it is much more interesting and silly than Sparkling Rampage. However, it does not do as much damage. So unfortunately, damage always wins. Although, once I get all the special techniques and I've shown them all off, I'll probably be using both of them. It's also kind of, each special technique has their own, like, hit area where, you know, some of them you have to be right in the face of your enemy, and other times, like Sparkling Rampage, you have to, or with Sparkling Rampage you can be relatively far away and still succeed. So Angelic Lumberjack is one of those special techniques where you need to be pretty close, and also you end up actually, you know what, I'll just let you see it. I'll just let you think about Angelic Lumberjacks while you're sleeping, and you'll see it when you see it. God, Jesus, leave me alone! This is why I hate Shriek Nips. I am literally just standing here, not able to do anything. Good, one of them is dead. I don't even care how that sounds out of context. God, fucking Shriek Nips. Jeez. What's fun is that you can actually get a Shriek Nip as a pet if you're a sadistic bastard. And I really hope that I want to go down this way. I probably should have just cut to when I get back to the barrier. Although I think I'm back to the barrier. Nope. Where am I? Not where I want to be. Am I? Yeah, I know where I am. I was heading back down the mountain. That's not good. At least I think I was. This looks right. I recognize this fight. Anyway, you can get Shriek Nips, and they're just as useless as every other monster. But if you want to just have a yelling tunip... Tunip? What the hell is a tunip? If you want to have a yelling turnip as a companion, then you're more than welcome to. I'm not sure where you get them, but you can get them. And so now we can touch to... Is that the second time I've made that error? We can talk to the Guardian statue and go the way that we want to go. And keep on keeping on. More Shriek Nips. Die, you Shriek Nip. You smell bad and you taste twice as ugly. That's not even a cohesive statement. What are these guys' names? Narcissus. Narcissus. I feel like that's a reference to something because I would just refer to them as Sasquatch. I mean, if he was holding a mirror or something, I would say it's a narcissist reference, or Narcissus, or whatever the hell, however you pronounce those crazy Greek names. I feel like I should probably switch out my skills in a few seconds. But these gremlins must die! Or imps, or whatever they are. And look at Lark, he's so cute! And tiny. Oh, now he's big and less cute. Still kinda cute though. I mean, he is a dog after all. The weird... leptile. Lizard tail of sorts. That walking animation looks terrible. Oh, look at these assholes. What do you want, whelps? We may be weak, but we serve Aggravator. We will stop you with our lives! Such worthless lives. What was that? Fine, then I shall take your lives from you! And if only he was able to do that all the time. It is done. Listen to the strong. And I believe there's never mind. I thought there was treasure over here. I was thinking of something completely different. And we are not quite at the boss yet. We have probably about 1 or 2 more screens to go. And then we will be partaking in one of my least favorite bosses in the game. And no, I wouldn't go that far. He is very annoying though. You'll see. If he cooperates, and by cooperates I mean doesn't cooperate, you'll see just how annoying he is. And I'm going to quickly switch up my skills to backflip if I can find it. It'll probably be a while. I'm sorry if I'm boring you. Backflip! So that we can have that going while we're fighting the boss. Because that's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. Oh, that was a good hit. Lark with your one-handed axe, not quite as impressive. Oh look, we mastered a special technique we weren't even trying to learn. And here we are. At the boss. As you can tell by the music and the fact that we're at the peak of the mountain. Where do dragons reside? But at the peak of the mountain. Aggravator, I will come for your man and your master's steed. Dragoon of Draconis, are you aware what he is plotting? Do not waste my time, foolish knave. You have yet to learn fear. Ooh, that's ominous. I'm gonna see... Oh, nope. I guess I'm not going to. Oh, that wasn't the one that I wanted. Shit. I thought I was going to use Sparkling Rampage. So, Aggravator is a boss. He's a dragon. He's kind of cool in that he is a dragon. However, he does this thing where he will just up and fly away. And while he's doing that, he's completely invincible. And he can do it mid-combo. So, most of the battle will be spent with you just chasing him down. And it's the reason why I refer to him as Aggravator. And he's actually... he hits a lot harder than I remembered him hitting. And he's got this mystical magical thing that you want to... when the circles are first appearing, before they shrink, you want to stay out of that range, because I'm pretty sure that's the radius of the explosion. And Lark is actually faring better than I am. However, I'm sure I've been doing at least 5 times more damage than him. And the way that I am sitting... See? See? He just immediately gets back up without even stopping to take a breather. Anyway, I was in the middle of saying that the way that I am sitting is currently aggravating my back. And given the fact that this quest has taken almost 20 minutes, I don't think we will be doing 4 today. I apologize. We will certainly be doing 3 because the next 2 quests are incredibly short for you. They do require a lot of travel, but it's all to places that we have been before, and so I'll probably just cut around to doing stuff. Oh, Lark, you are so boned. Get it? Because he's a dog. In case that wasn't obvious. Oh, he's dead. Oh, dear. How is he going to get the mana out of the stones now? Oh, I'm pinned. Oh, he's flying away anyway, so... it doesn't matter, I'm sure in a couple more seconds he'll be flying away again. This is truly riveting stuff. It also doesn't help that I haven't been able to hit him with a special technique. Usually, I don't know why I'm not using special techniques as often as I do, because usually the majority of your damage comes from performing special techniques. As you can see there, Lark stood back up because enough time passed where he was able to revive. If you have a partner and they get killed, they can be revived. It takes some time, and that's really all that there is to say about that. And if you die, it is actually possible for you to get revived. I'm not sure, I've never tried it. I'm not sure if you can take control of the second player while you are dead, just be on the defensive the entire time, so that you don't get a game over. Even though when you die you don't get a game over. Why do you do such unspeakable acts? Because I am listening to orders, and that's really the only reason you need to do something. The Guardian of the Winds is completed, and we got a new artifact, which we will be using momentarily. However, we just finished a quest, so we need to go to Domina, apparently. No, we need to go home and talk to our cactus. Our cactus is missing us greatly. We have been gone for 20 minutes, which in cactus years is about 9 days. Actually, I kind of wonder... No, wait, I don't. It's not so much in this game, because there actually is a day system where you... days pass as you travel across the land searching far and wide. But, you kind of wonder sometimes in games where there's no concept of time, how much time you actually spend on certain quests. Like, to you, it's only a couple of minutes to at most an hour-ish, probably longer if you're playing a different game. But, you know what I mean? You gotta wonder if it takes, like, to the character, it's basically like you're spending days doing something. So we are actually going to find the last of the wisdoms for Bud. We have come across all of them at least once. Like I said before, Matilda, even though she was made into a wisdom, you don't have to go find her. So the two wisdoms that we are going to go find now are Selva of the Four Winds, and I don't know if I mentioned this or if it was made obvious, but Olbon, or Oblong, in the Underworld is actually a wisdom as well. And he's the one that we are going to go see first, because I want to say Selva doesn't show up until you've seen all the others. But I could be wrong on that, so don't quote me. Or do quote me, I don't care. But when people say, hey man, you're wrong, don't come crying to me because I said I might be. But anyway, we have the comfort of this. No, I thought that shadow teleported us. Alright, so we have to get back to Olbon's throne room. Luckily, the shadow in his room will teleport us back up to the top. So I'm going to cut ahead until I find or get back to him, and we will hear what he has to say to Bud, who is on a quest to be the greatest wizard ever, except he is wasting his time by just spending all of his time in the basement of a weird dude. Anyway, I'll see you in just a bit. However, we also learned the special technique Splash Blade during that fight that I just was in, so it's just something I figured I would show in. Anyway, I'll see you at Olbon. Olbon. Oh, hey, it's Olbon. So we are back here, and this guy is actually probably one of my favorite of the wisdoms. Did I say one of my favorite? Because he is my favorite. He is a sword master, if that makes sense. And those things you see flying around him are actually his hands. So it's kind of like those Greek legendary things, the Hectomanos, whatchamahoozits. Only this guy only has 7 hands, but still, it's kind of an interesting concept to think about. Anyway, we are out of the underworld, which is no place for a child. However, we had to bring Bud there for funsies. And we are going to go to Gato Grottos, which I completely just went straight past, and find Selva of the Four Winds. It is warm here. The AC has been broken again, and my PS3 and computer are trying their hardest to melt me to the best of their abilities. So Gato Grottos is here in Selva of the Four Winds. He's actually at the crossroads over here. Hey, it's Selva, look at that. Like I didn't know he was going to be here. But I came to listen to the wisdoms. Hello, Bud. Children are always a little bit outside of the flow of history. They always have ideas on how they can make up for the adults' mistakes. Your childhood memories will help you throughout your magic career. Thanks, Selva. Do not fear the future. The flow of time is about to change its way. People will become free. So now that we are done, Bud has nothing remarkable to say until you get back home. So let's head back home. Plus, this counts as a quest, so we need to tell it to our cactus. Anyway, so let's head back home, and then we can get started on the third quest of this part. And I guess I was a little foolish to think that we could do 4, unless I wanted to make it a 45-minute episode. But I don't really want to do that. I feel like even having it at half an hour, with the exception being the special episodes where, like, the finishing of the fairy quest chain. Oh yeah, you run back into my house all excited, and then I get kicked out of my own house because you had to be excited about the fact that you saw all 7 wisdoms. Anyway, yeah, half an hour is kind of pushing it. This isn't really a special occasion, so I don't particularly want to go much farther than I am. However, the next quest is really short as well, so I'm just going to be doing that and getting it out of the way. Plus, then I have less quests left to do in this game, which is always nice. I mean, you don't... Yeah, 7th one is a girl. It's a reference to Matilda reading her books and getting made fun of by Danny DeVito in the Underworld. Which, I mean, if you think about it like that, then the Underworld kind of is like the biblical hell, because I can't think of anything worse than getting made fun of by Danny DeVito in the Underworld. And see, another time I was just in a thought and then I lost it. So we got the dragon bone from Lark, and we're not going to let him see what it is that we got, but we'll be taking him back here a little later. But for now, we don't really need him. We're going to need him when we actually do the quest for the Bone Fortress, where we'll be killing the dragon of this area. Oh, spoiler alert, there's a dragon in here. But for now, we are actually going to come across some characters that we don't like. Or do we like them? I don't know. We don't like them. Actually, they're not that bad. So this is the field trip. And if we talk to this guy, because he is most centered and he's not doing anything, we go to the Academy of Magic. We're working on our triple reagent mixing assignment. Mr. Thessens said we should make stuff with the reagent, blah, blah. But we're all out of luck. Even the firelings are helping, but we've had nothing but duds. Could you bother 3 reagents for me? Bring them back and I'll mix them. So we actually need to get 3 reagents. I don't know what they are off the top of my head, but once I start collecting them, I'll think about it. The first one is fairy scales, I believe. The second one is I'm so tired. It is silver spotted mushrooms, and the last one we want, oh man, is one of these two male flowerlings. I'm going to guess nope, that wasn't it. So if you get the ingredients wrong, it's actually a good thing that I showed this off. Well, I'll give it a shot, and he'll tell you. If he says, I think we're getting really close, that means you need 2. I think he says something to the effect of, we only got, or one of those was right, that means one of them was right. And it's basically like Mastermind, if you've ever played that game, where you insert a certain number of things. Gypsy Tooth, that doesn't sound right. Maybe it is. But if you think of it like Mastermind. And, oh, I guess I got it wrong. Maybe I'm doing the wrong female. No. Maybe it's not him. Fairy scales, silver spotted mushrooms. Is it you? No, it's not a roly-poly. Why can't I remember? I thought this was going to be easy. I thought I was going to do this really quick. I know for a fact you need... Yeah, it's definitely the fairy scales and the silver spotted mushrooms. I just cannot remember the last one, and I swear... Yes! I thought... Didn't I try talking to him and he said he was so tired? It's Star Sparkles. So anyway, we've made some Trigon. It makes their heads explode. One time Bud drank some of this by mistake. I can't give you any, but it'll give us some seeds, which is not a thing that we need, but it's a thing that we're going to get. And that's it. That's the end of that quest. And the 3 NPCs that I talk to will always give you, or the NPCs that I talk to, because I talk to more than 3, will always give you the same things. So just find the 3 that I talk to that will give you the right things you want. The fairy scales, the silver spotted mushrooms, and whatever the third guy had. I already can't. Oh, Star Sparkles. Star Sparkles. Try saying that more than 3 times fast. I'm not going to, because I've already completely screwed up most of the dialogue in ways that would make you cry. I'm sure you're sitting at wherever you are watching this, just crying your eyes out. So we can talk to our cactus, he will say Plamo, and then we can walk downstairs, where we will end this episode. In the next episode, we are going to go to the Bone Fortress. Haha! Classy. Bone Fortress with Lark, and fight the dragon that resides there. And we might end up doing another episode after that. But anyway, or another quest after that. But anyway, if you like this part, please hit like. If you want to see more dragon killing, I would recommend subscribing. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, leave them in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one.